I'm Asst Jayanthi, working as an assistant professor in PG and Research Department of Commerce CA in Kamadin Arts and Science College, Satyamangalam. Now we are discuss about planning. Definition of planning. Define Henry Fayol. The planning is deciding the best alternative among others to perform different managerial operations in order to achieve the predetermined goal. Clement and King define planning is the process of thinking through and making explicit the strategy, action and a relationship necessary to accomplish an overall objective or purpose. Next, characteristics of planning. There are 6 characteristics in planning. First one, planning is the primary functions of management. Planning is the starting point of management which gives meaning to all our managerial activities. Second one, it is goal oriented. Planning helps to attain the goal is the most effective and efficient manner. Third one, it is all pervasive. Planning is done everywhere in all the levels, all the managers and departments. Next one, it is an intellectual activity. Planning is a mental activity. It involves application of mind and intelligence to attain. Next, it is future oriented. Planning is required to attain the future goals of an organization. Next, last one, it requires an integrated approach. Planning links between the plans and different departments. Next, importance of planning. First one, it helps to avoid no work or work pressure situation. Planning helps to distribute work evenly throughout the year. Second, it helps to avoid wastage of resource. By planning, employees and executives know beforehand what they have to do. It ensures efficiency as well as effectiveness doing right things. Next, fourth one, it reduces risk and uncertainty. Planning is for future and future is uncertain. But in planning, the future uncertainties are anticipated and adequate provisions are made to overcome. Last one, it provides for coordination. Process of planning. First process, identifying business opportunities. It is necessary to make an analysis of both the internal and external environment to know the trends in the near future. Second one, establishment of objective. Planning process is to establish the organization objectives in the tune with the opportunities, identifying, taking into account the resource available. Next one, determination of planning premises. Planning premises are the assumption about the future happening. For example, employee attitude, technology uses, managerial decisions making process, etc. Next, identifying the alternative course of action. There are always alternative way of carry out any task just as her different routes to reach a destination point. Next, evaluation, alternative course of action. Once the alternative course of action are identified, the next step is to evaluate the same. Evaluating means studying the merits and demerits of each alternative should be examined carefully to decide on its sustainability. Next, selecting the best course of action. Once the alternative course of action has been evaluated, the next step is to select the best. Next, formulation of derivative plans. After the basic plans of the organization has been determined, the next step is to prepare the subsidiary plans to support the basic plans. Next, last one, periodic evaluation under review. Once the implementation of the plan starts, it becomes necessary to evaluate performance of the periodic intervals to ensure that the activities of the organization proceed the right direction as laid down the plan. Next one, types of plans. First type, long-term plan. This plan is usually 5 to 15 years. It is also called as strategic planning. It prepares the business to face the effective of long-term changes. The plan is needed to introduction of a new product, entering a new market, changing the techniques of production, increasing the scale of production. Second one, medium-term planning. It is known as tactical planning. The period covered by the medium-term plan is usually 1 to 5 years. The plan is needed for making additional to an existing plan, expanding the factory, appointment of additional staff. Next, last one, short-term planning. It is known as operational planning. The period covered the less than the 1 year. The plan is needed for purchase of raw materials, arranging the employees' training, etc. Next, steps to make planning effective. First one, the success of planning depends upon the effectiveness of the forecast. If the forecast is accurate, the plan will be success. Next, flexibility must be introduced in the plan whenever necessary so that the employee will work with interest. All the members' ideas and views taken into consideration for making the plans then the employees will be interested. The plan should not be prepared to focus on the financial goal alone. There should be development for employees. The plan must be realistic. It should take into account the capabilities of employees. The plan must be communicated to subordinates. Next, methods of planning. There are two methods will be used. First method, repeated uses of plans. In repeated uses of plans, objectives, policies, procedures, rules, strategies. In single use of plans, programs, budgets. Thank you.